The year is 2038. The NBA is at its worst point it's ever been. Ladies and gentlemen, fan interest is at basically a zero. Every single roster in the league looks very similar. Every player in the league is a 40 overall. We're talking the Sixers. We're talking the Bucks, the Bulls. Name a team, their best player is at 40 overall. The NBA is not looking good. But on the horizon, ladies and gentlemen, is a very promising draft class. After 20 years of only 40 overalls entering the NBA, Michael Jordan, HAKEEM OLAJUWON, Kevin Willis, John Stockton, Sam Perkins, the 1984 draft class, they've come out of a time machine to wreak havoc on the league. But first, the league will play a full calendar year with only 40 overall players on NBA rosters. While we're simming this first season, I will say, guys, if you want to see how my league got to this point, click the link in the description to see how the NBA was destroyed. It's actually a really funny video. Alright, this season is done with all 40 overall players. Clyde Wallace, the MVP, he averaged 5.9 points per game, 18.5 rebounds, he shot 29%, he was MVP, he was Rookie of the Year. Sixth man, we're talking Connor Hayward. He actually averaged 9 points a game. The NBA just sucked this year. This was a horrible year for the NBA. Let's just look at some stats really quick before Jordan comes and takes over. The league leader in points per game averaged 8.2 points per game. The standings. Somehow Cleveland went 55 and 27. Miami was 30 and 52. Portland 30 and 52. And this one, okay. So this season really doesn't matter. We're just gonna simulate the playoffs. You guys may notice that the playoffs are seeded 1 to 16 in this weird dystopian future. Yeah, they just are. There were some rule changes, but we will change back some of the rules when Jordan enters. Hornets are the champions. Scott Snyder, Finals MVP, averaging 2 points per game in the finals, but he was Finals MVP. Weird things happen when the NBA only has bad players. So thankfully we're about to be out of this era. We're losing a lot of quality 40 overalls here. Eric Spoelstra retired too. That's actually kind of sad. Okay, so there's actually been a ton of rule changes. So I'm going to try to reverse as many as I can right now. Alright, I've changed most of the major rules to rule changes to fix what was broken. Draft lottery. Da-da-da! So the Miami Heat had the best odds at the first pick. The Trailblazers had the second best odds. Jazz third best. And Utah's the first pick. Trailblazers second pick. Miami third pick. So this is going to be interesting at the NBA draft if those teams actually pick those players. Just so you guys remember, in this sim, I am not doing anything. I'm just going to let the computer automate all of my decisions. And the Jazz do take Michael Jordan with the first overall pick. They get HAKEEM OLAJUWON, who honestly, you know, maybe he could beat Jordan in the finals. Miami Heat select John Stockton. None of the rest of the picks really matter. We're just going to sim to the end. So Rookie Jordan, 85 overall. He's the first pick. Rookie OLAJUWON, 84 overall, second pick. Heat, John Stockton. And then it kind of just goes down from there. We got Notice Thorpe in here. We got some good players in here. Kevin Willis. Sam Perkins, got his picture's a little strange. So these players are honestly going to define the NBA going forward. None of them are 40 overalls, which is a very good thing. Rookie signing, the Sixers. Who did we get? We got Norm Morrison, okay, and Chris O'Neal. Awesome. And for next year's draft class, we're going to go back to all 40 overalls. So every team now has at least some 70 overall players to compete with. The Blazers have OLAJUWON, the Jazz have Jordan. So the Jazz really should win the title unless the Trailblazers win it. But Jordan also has no teammates. He's on a team of all 40 overall, so I'm expecting his stats to be pretty insane. Let's see how the league looks. Well, my Sixers team is looking pretty dang good here early on. We are 8-0. We have a matchup with the Miami Heat, who have John Stockton coming up. So let's see who wins that one. Oh, we crushed them. John Stockton really didn't do anything for them. Let's sim to the playoffs. Alright, and we're at the end of the season. Somehow my team went 75-5. HAKEEM OLAJUWON won MVP. He averaged 45.8 points per game, 51.9 rebounds. HAKEEM, he was just a monster. Guys, like, he just killed it. He just basically had the greatest season of all time as a rookie. Rookie of the Year, though, didn't go to HAKEEM. Despite being a rookie, he won MVP. It went to J.D. Sutton. 74 overall J.D. here, averaged 24.4 points per game. 40 rebounds. My God. Jess Fuller, 6th man of the year. HAKEEM OLAJUWON. Did Jordan get hurt? What happened? Michael he only averaged 40 points a game. He only averaged 42 rebounds a game, 4.5 assists, 58% field goal shooting. You know, he was on a team by himself. So my team, which pretty much broke the wins record, didn't have an all-NBA player. What were John Stockton's averages? 14.5 points. John, you're an 84 in a league of 40s, and you only put up 14, 11, and 8 on 43% shooting? It's not very good. Milwaukee actually went 76-6. They were better than us. Their lineup, they had a lot of players who weren't 40s. They pretty much had no 40s on their team. My team, you know, we didn't have many 40s either. Maybe that's why we were so good. Let's look at the Jazz. Michael Jordan only led their team to 51-31. And that's because he was the only not 40 on the whole team. Somehow my team consolidated all the 70s. Yeah, the Blazers also only have 40s too. So let's see how the playoffs go. So both Jordan advanced and OLAJUWON advanced. All right, let's see how this round goes. And both Jordan and OLAJUWON lose in the second round of the playoffs somehow. In this conference, it's Milwaukee, Philly, basically the all 70s teams. In the other conference, the #1 seeded Clippers, they have a lot of 60 overall players, but in a league of 40s, 60s dominate. Memphis, okay, they've got some big boys, a 60, a 61, a 77, a 59, a 60, a 61. 59s and 60s win you games in these situations, folks. And the NBA Finals goes to, coincidentally, the 76ers, the team we've been playing as. I haven't been controlling any of their decision making, but Norm Morrison, Finals MVP. Okay, so again, I'm just going to simulate the rest of the offseason, guys. We're importing a draft class of all 40 overalls, and we're going to see what happens. Will Jordan improve enough to carry his team to a title, or will the teams like the Sixers that just have so many good 70 overall players be enough to just keep winning a title over and over again? All right, let's see if the Jazz and the Blazers got their all-stars Jordan and OLAJUWON any help. The Trailblazers actually managed to get OLAJUWON three helpful players. They got him Tony Bosnijak, Trey Harper, and DJ Fletcher. Okay, that could be enough to put the Blazers over the top. But who did the Jazz surround Michael Jordan with? So they got him one player to help him, Walt Westbrook, a center. So that actually might be enough. Jordan's a 92. He's by far the best player. Well, he's not by far the best player in the league. OLAJUWON is there. I'm also going to turn off injuries just in case that was what messed with anything. Injuries have been turned off from now on. Let's see where the season takes us. Okay, the season ended. HAKEEM OLAJUWON was MVP again. He actually only averaged 40 points per game, roughly 40 rebounds a game, back-to-back MVP. He's been better than Jordan so far. I mean, he's a center. He had a career-high 73 points. He had a 63 rebound game at one point. I'm curious to see what Jordan's are. Michael Jordan won Defensive Player of the Year. Kind of impressive, being a guard. 39 points per game, so he's still trailing OLAJUWON. His rebound average dipped a whole lot, down to 29 a game. But he did up his assists now that he had that center. Michael Jordan. This dude's career high. Only 62 points, but he did have a 63 rebound game. Otis Thorpe had a 108 rebound game. 108 rebounds! The Sixers, we went 78-4 somehow. We did it. I'm curious to see what our players averaged. Our team, we actually had a really balanced scoring. 15 points a game, 14 points a game, 14, 13, 13. I think our team's just the most well-rounded team in the NBA, and that's why we keep winning. I have a feeling my Sixers are going to win it again, but let's see. Oh, Portland actually, hold up. I didn't even notice this. Portland played Utah. So OLAJUWON played against Jordan, and OLAJUWON won. OLAJUWON averaged 40 in that first round. Jordan averaged 37. Jordan only averaged 20 rebounds a game. HAKEEM here averaged 57 rebounds a game. So I don't know if Jordan's going to be able to beat HAKEEM during this run here unless he gets better teammates. HAKEEM does have better teammates, so it's not Jordan's fault. But it's just worth noting. And the Clippers upset. Well, they don't really upset. They're the higher seed. The Clippers are crushing Memphis. They're in the NBA Finals going against the Sixers again. Our logos look very similar. But we actually won the title again. Okay, well, Norm Morrison, the 76 overall, once again, Finals MVP. I'm very proud of him. Very proud of my Sixers team. That I've really done nothing for them. I've just been simming the whole offseason. That's all I've been doing. Importing the bad draft class and simming the offseason. That's been my life. All right, let's see. Did the Utah Jazz get Michael Jordan any more help? They've really been doing him a disservice, and it takes forever to get to them because it's lagging so bad. Although, I'm going to say this Clippers team, guys, they're looking pretty stacked. An 81-78. This is a good team in a league of 40 overalls. It's a very good team. John Stockton and the Miami Heat have done nothing. John Stockton, you just haven't been good. Michael Jordan, he actually got another good teammate. He got Edmund Delk. So, the Jazz now have Jordan. They have Walt Westbrook. They have Edmund Delk. They've got a squad. Did the Trailblazers get OLAJUWON more help? OLAJUWON didn't even get any more help, but they did get a little bit better. So I feel like this season, honestly, is going to go the same way the last two did. I'll see you at the end of the season, guys. The end of year 3 is here, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Jordan is finally the MVP. We're talking 39 points a game, 27 rebounds a game. He's actually been worse than he ever has been. But, you know, a cool 55% shooting, 4 steals a game, 2 blocks, that's pretty good. He was also Defensive Player of the Year. He's been killing it. And my Sixers went 75-7, so we've been a little bit worse. But, hey, we're probably going to three-peat. Oh, OLAJUWON, he also got worse. 35 points a game. 37 rebounds. My man OLAJUWON was a beast. But Jordan's Jazz are only the 6th seed. OLAJUWON's Trailblazers are the 5th seed. And Milwaukee's the 1st seed. I'm the 2nd seed. Nothing seems to change in this simulation. Jordan got swept in the 1st round, and OLAJUWON swept the Timberwolves. So Jordan has really not accomplished anything in this simulation. But neither has OLAJUWON. And they seem to be the only 2 players that really matter all that much. Yep, OLAJUWON got swept in the 2nd round. Let's look at the box score of that final game. OLAJUWON had 24 points, 39 rebounds, 6 blocks. But it wasn't enough. They had a 17-pointer, another 17-pointer, a 15-pointer, a 14-pointer. It just hasn't been enough, ladies and gentlemen. But we will have a new champion, the Milwaukee Bucks. Warren Collins, a very deserving Finals MVP at 20 points per game. Once again, we're going to look at the rosters. This 76ers team has so many good players. There's literally not that many 40s on it. We got a 61... I mean, we got a squad here. We got Stephen Buford. The Bucks, they got a squad, man. They got good players. And what have the Jazz given Michael Jordan to compete with? They didn't give Jordan any new players. In fact, they lost their center, and they got a point guard and named Matt Neely. He's a 59 overall. So the Jazz really have not been helping Jordan out whatsoever. But he's only 24, so he's still got a lot of time. The Trailblazers actually lost one of the pieces they gave to HAKEEM. So I don't think they're going to do anything. I think let's give the Blazers and the Bulls some solid players from the Clippers or something. I don't know. We got to figure a way to do this. Fix this up. So this is going to be a little depressing. I think it's going to be a lot of the same. All right, so guys, the season is about to end. We're 73-8. We're killing it again. But upcoming free agents basically includes the whole league. So this is the last year things aren't really going to change. So we could be in for a huge, exciting offseason here. And we finished 74-8. OLAJUWON was MVP again. 38 points, 41 rebounds. He's just a monster. Walt Westbrook, who left the Jazz, I don't know why they let him go. He won 6th Man of the Year. He would have been really helpful for Jordan. Yeah, looks the same. Milwaukee the 1 seed. We're the 2 seed. Clippers the 1 seed. Jazz keep getting lower and lower in the seeds, man. What if Jordan misses the playoffs? What if Jordan misses the playoffs? That would be bad. Memphis is beating up on OLAJUWON's Trailblazers. They're out. Utah got swept by Denver. Clippers are the champions. Hopefully this offseason we get tons of player movement. I want free agents going everywhere. I want to see chaos. Sadly, there's no rule change that lets you get rid of restricted free agency. So that could be one thing that hampers all the fun. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Hopefully a bunch of stuff gets changed around. I want players moving. I want even teams. Alright, looking at the rosters, the Sixers, looks like we managed to keep this whole team somehow. Milwaukee also got to keep their beast team. Jordan is still a Jazz. OLAJUWON is now a Celtic. They're in opposite conferences now. So there is some movement. Stockton, who's just been not that good, he's still a Heat. Otis Thorpe, the rebounding machine, he's on the Raptors now. So there was a little bit of player movement. Let's see who Jordan now has on the Jazz and OLAJUWON has on his Celtics. So OLAJUWON Celtics, oh, he's got a squad now. He's got Jamie Slater, Jacob Cobb, this Perkinson dude. He's got a squad now. Hopefully Jordan got some new pieces to play with. The Jazz, okay, so they got him Leon Boone, that's a teammate, Elliot Bates, Cliff Wolf, and Wes Wooden. So he's still on probably the worst team if he wasn't on it. God, they just won't get Jordan help, man. They just won't give this poor guy any help. Alright, here we're in the 5th year of Jordan's career, if I'm not mistaken. Jordan, a career high in points per game. That's what I'm talking about, my man. 43.8 points per game, 57% shooting. He was a monster. My dude threw in 27 rebounds a game, a career low. We'll keep that noted, but still a beast. Also defensive player of the year. So Jordan has really just been killing it. And this year, HAKEEM OLAJUWON did not make All-NBA first team, but he did make All-NBA second team on his new team. He averaged only 26.5 points per game, 23 rebounds. So now that he's on a better team, he hasn't been doing much. Utah is the 4 seed. OLAJUWON or Jordan might finally win a championship here. Jordan swept Phoenix. OLAJUWON swept Atlanta. Now Jordan's going against those dreaded Clippers who've just been a thorn in his side. But he's not going to get swept. No, he will not. He loses 4-1. OLAJUWON is in the conference finals against Milwaukee, but he is getting destroyed. No, he's coming back. No, he's getting destroyed. He's coming back. He's coming back. He's in the NBA Finals against the Clippers, and the Clippers that was the fastest sweep I've ever seen. There's a lot of good players who are upcoming free agents though, guys. We could get some movement. Jordan could get some better teammates. Let's hope the Jazz don't screw this up. Alright, this will be the last season of this video, guys. So, let's see if Michael Jeffrey Jordan was given any help by the Utah Jazz. Okay, he has some talent around him. Not a lot. In fact, I don't even know if this is more than last season. I honestly can't remember. So don't flame me if it is or it isn't. But look, he's got some guys. So if he doesn't win the title, man, it's on him. He's being paid $40 million a year. Jordan, it's time for you to try to win this title. Jordan MVP again. You know, his stats, they're good. You know, 17 rebounds a game. My dude is falling off. HAKEEM, once again, not an All-NBA first-team player. So that's disappointing. I feel like these seasons, just nothing really changes. This experiment was a little less exciting than I anticipated. Utah is the 4 seed. Hopefully they can do something good this time, you know. We got in the East, OLAJUWON's the 3 seed now. Let's see what happens in this first round. Jordan and the Jazz sweep the Minnesota Timberwolves. OLAJUWON beats Stockton's Heat. Utah, Denver. Oh, it's a tough game. Denver, they've got an 81, a 74, a 77, 87, 78. So Denver's just a much better all-around team than Jordan's Jazz, but they got Jordan. So maybe he'll be enough. Maybe he won't be enough. Looks like he won't be enough. No, it's tied, 2-2. 3-2. Is Jordan clutch enough? No, he's not clutch enough. And neither is OLAJUWON, apparently. I think I might have to call the experiment here, guys, because the truth of the matter is it doesn't matter how good an individual player is. You need a solid all-around team. At least in 2K, you need a solid all-around team. It's kind of like that in real life. No one ever wins NBA championships by themselves. Before you guys write in the comments, Dirk and all that, yes, Dirk was amazing, but that is more of an anomaly. You know, there's a lot of factors that go into seasons like that. I'm not taking anything away from Dirk, he was amazing. But it's just so rare. And even in a league of all 40s where Jordan should be able to dominate, and his, you know, the good players are 75s, you still need an all-around team. I don't know why I'm going on this tirade. This is 2K, not real life. I feel like if this was real life, OLAJUWON Celtics and Jordan's Jazz would be in the finals a lot. So, I don't know. I don't know why I'm ranting. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like below. These videos, they're kind of tough to make. Leave a subscription. If you haven't subscribed already, I'd appreciate it. Comment your thoughts on what you think would happen as opposed to what 2K said would happen. Click up here to see the League of All 40 overalls, how this came to be, and peace!